Doctors, what's the most questionable thing you've done? I have worked as a surgeon in the ER for 10 years. I have seen people walk through those doors with injuries that no one should survive, and I have seen others die from wounds that seemed minor at first glance. After enough years in this job, you start to believe that nothing will shock you. But there is one night I will never forget. It was close to the end of my shift when the paramedics rushed in with a man who had been shot in the chest. He had already lost a dangerous amount of blood. His breathing was shallow, and his pulse was barely there. There was no time to think. My team and I moved quickly, getting him into surgery before he slipped away. The operating room was filled with the usual controlled chaos. Nurses handed me instruments, machines beeped steadily, and the scent of antiseptic mixed with the metallic smell of blood. My hands worked on instinct, searching for the source of the bleeding. I had done this so many times before that my body moved automatically, blocking out everything except the procedure in front of me. Then the police arrived. It was not unusual for officers to show up after a shooting. Usually they stood outside, waiting for an update, or came in later to take a statement. This time, something felt different. They lingered near the door, watching the man on the table with an expression I could not place. One of them finally stepped closer. "You sure you want to save this guy, Doc?" It was an odd thing to say. The police normally wanted suspects alive so they could answer for whatever they had done. I kept working but glanced up for a second. "What do you mean?" The officer shifted uncomfortably before sighing. "He broke into a house tonight, killed the whole family. Parents, 2 kids, even the dog." The words hung in the air. One of the nurses sucked in a breath. Another froze for just a moment before continuing her work. No one spoke, but I could feel the weight of what had just been said settling over the room. I thought about the family, a mother and father who had probably gone to bed feeling safe in their own home. Children who had no idea their last moments would be filled with terror. The bleeding was bad, but I could still save him. My hands knew what to do. The right tools were within reach, but I did not move as quickly as I could have. It was only a few seconds, a hesitation so brief that no one would have noticed, but it was long enough. The monitor let out a single, steady tone. His heart had stopped. No one moved. No one reached for the crash cart. We all just stood there for a moment, listening. The officer who had spoken to me gave me a long look before nodding slightly and stepping back. I did not say anything. I called the time of death, stripped off my gloves, and walked out of the room. I sat in my car for a long time before going home that morning. I looked down at my hands, the same hands that had saved countless lives, and tried to understand what I had done. I had always believed that my job was to save people no matter who they were. That night, I was not sure if I had done the right thing or the worst thing of my career.